CSS battle time. Let's get this going. As always, I will put into the description how this goes. I don't know yet. Could go good, could go bad. I always put it in the description. I'm not doing this for views. I'm doing this for community, just to kind of do this together. Sometimes I explain what I'm doing. Maybe you can learn a trick or two. That's how I learned them, by others doing these. But yeah, that's all that's happening. Check the description if you want to see if you even want to get through this or not. All right, so we have this. So I mean, I'm really seeing a repeating shape here. You see these sort of domed, this square with just one border radius going on one corner. This looks like a scaled up version of that, right? Makes sense, right? So I feel like we can make maybe one shape that is like this and then repeat that styling down here. Now, the trick to that, I think I think I have a solution. Okay, so I think what I can do is a linear gradient and then maybe zoom. Makes sense, right? But, so what we're gonna have is the blue and then a white middle and then blue on this big one, right? That's what I want. But then we need to do the blue and then the white and the blue on this smaller one. But how do we get this blue bars top and bottom? And I'm thinking a box shadow inset might do the trick. Because if it's coming in, you know, this amount on these sides, it shouldn't show up here. The border radius might put a monkey wrench into those plans, in which case I'll have to do a border. A border would actually work. A border would work better. All right, I think that's a solid plan. Let's go with that. So we're going to style the HTML and the body the same way. I'm going to see if I can't do scale or zoom to condense it down. If I can't do that, I could also use font or variables to change the size of our gradient. Because, yeah, I think that'll work. All right, so background is going to be a linear gradient. Now, linear gradients are default top to bottom, so we have to do 90 degrees to go left to right. I'm going to go ahead and do that, and it's going to go 100 pixels, let's say. It's just a guess. We're going to do the white, and we're going to give it 2 color stops, so it gives the 0, and then 200 pixels, right? And then we're going to go blue the rest of the way, and we do 0 to cut the blur. Now we're seeing this little jump here is because the body has a little bit of a margin, so that those numbers get shoved over. It's like 8 pixels of margin by default, and so we're seeing it on the HTML and the body element. So what I'm going to do is change the selector to the and what that does is it only selects the HTML element instead of everything, and we can change it later. But for right now, this will help us get our styling down. Now HTML, we can't margin it down into place even if we do a border radius. Let's say 2 inch 0, 0, right? That should be top left, top right, bottom right 0, bottom left 0. Should be how those line out on the shorthand. But we're not going to see it yet because it's still filling the viewport. And even if we margin it, that shifts our colors over, which is actually kind of cool. I like that because, like, if we go 30, yeah, that's not what we want. I'm not going to worry about margin at the moment. Let's turn it up to 50 so we can see this when we do it. I think what I'll do is put a box shadow because I have to have one on here anyways. But we're going to go 0, 0, 0, and then like 5 inch. Doesn't matter what it is. And we're going to make it this white color. And now look at our shape that we have. Because we gave it an external value for the HTML. That's kind of how I think about it. You can use border or box shadow. Then the margin takes effect and becomes a visual pattern. Otherwise, we just see the same gradient and nothing is changing. So now if we change our margin, we want, it's going to be like 60 on the top. Oh, actually, let's jump up the blue value. Right, so now it's showing up all blue. We'll fix it in a moment, but I just want to have a solid shape that I can work with. So 70 on the top and bottom, that's good, and then our sides is gonna be like 20. Okay, and our border radius is clearly too much. That's still too much. Okay. M 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oops, 8. 9. Ooh, 8's too much. Okay, so if I have to do 2 digits on the M as well and inches doesn't line up, sometimes line height is good, but then, you know, let's just do 50 pixels. Oh, let's try line height. Too much. Hmm. 6.5. It's better than 3. Well, that's the same as 3. You know what I'm saying. 3 digits in the pixel range as well. And I think pixels by default means I don't have to actually say pixels. Oh, I do have to say pixels here. But you know what? Pixels is easier to reason on. Okay, now that's too much. 100. Because they do play off of each other. Oh, okay, maybe it would have been different if I'd done both at the same time. We have our shape. Let's fix our linear gradient. 100, 60, oh, 80, 90. Oh, 100 is exactly right. Okay, let's jump this up to 200, 250, 260. All right, and I like this because we will be able to change those down to VW because viewport width, because 5 VW is 20 pixels. So if they're divisible by 20, it makes it real easy math. I've just been learning that of late. All right, so then if we did, let's see what happens with the inset value on this, and like 30, oh wait, 0, 0, 0, and then 30 pixels. Ooh, it did all black. I don't mind because I think if we turn it blue, we get our box. Now, our body, we want to shape into that box, be a little bit smaller than that, but the same shape. We'll have to adjust border radius. Let's select our body. Let's say zoom 0.5. Let's give it a value of that, and then we are going to do the star. Okay, didn't work at all. Let's take this off and see what happens. Let's zero out margin and see if that helps us. It does. Okay, 10. Okay. Now margin 0 means the body's about the same size. Let's throw a border on it, just see what we're dealing with. Yeah, it's the same size. So if we margin it down, oh, I know what I'm having trouble with. The external box shadow is erasing anything that we're seeing. So this one right here. So let's change this actually to 9M, and nothing else is okay. So then we can go font 0A and font. There we go. So now we're back in business with this. We can get rid of this border, and I think we'll be able to see things well enough. Yeah. Okay. Why aren't we seeing a white middle on it is what I'm wondering. I know why. It's going 100 pixels across to be the blue before it starts being white, and we're probably small enough we just aren't seeing any white yet. So let's see. No. Oh, the vertical, the box shadow on vertical is getting us. Okay, so we wanted about 30 there, and then 50. I should have kept the 80, 90, 100. Okay. Actually, let's change that, and let's take this off and see what happens. All right. Okay. Let's put a border back on it and see what we're working with here. Actually, yeah, I do need the border. I want to see the what it does to the gradient, so I can't just give it a different background. Okay, so I think this is still promising. Let's turn on the diff. Let's actually get our borders. I already forgot what it was. It's different on these borders. Yes, with the zoom. I have not successfully used zoom yet. So it is, I think there's potential here. Let's say 0.25. There we go. Okay. Our margins are suddenly really weird. Maybe I need to do zoom 2. Whoa! It jumped. Now it's really big. Okay, so I was going the right direction with the zoom. All right. And if we margin it, this is getting crazy. 295, 395. My goodness. Will this work? What I might do is I might just margin it into place and change my gradient. I think I'll play with it too long with zoom at this rate to get and it doesn't look like I'm gonna be able to get it to line up anyways. Yeah, see, I'm like 120 pixels is not the same because it's probably a quarter of what it would be typically. I mean, the gradient almost looks right. Like the white bar is about the right size, it's just not in the right place. So I think if I variabilize this and this, we're in business without zoom. There's someone who knows how to do this, who did do this, who what if instead of zoom, because it's doing some weird things, we scale it. Okay, we got weird stuff going with the margin. I don't think scale works with margin quite the same way. So let's go 40. Ooh. 0. Okay. Negative 30. 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. Negative 90. Weird. Okay, it's not even centered. 5. Border radius wrong, and our gradient is wrong. How fascinating. Because I would think, yeah, I guess this is essentially 25 pixels range now. Our border radius is getting changed. All right. Oh, our border radius has to change as well. I'm already using font to eliminate the box shadow. Oh, hey, you know what? I think I can get rid of that. I need to rewrite the box shadow anyways. Okay. New plan. think I need to change this around. I think, okay, let's take this off, right? And instead, let's do a border of 30 pixels solid and the blue, right? There we go. Okay. So our linear gradient is now bubbling up to the canvas element. Why isn't it applying to our HTML element? It is applying to our HTML element. I'm going to take this off of here. I'm going to take that off of there and that off of there. Okay. We can get rid of our border. I want to see what we got. That has the border. That's what's making the body. Right there, that second loop. I just want that background on the HTML element and the body. I don't need it on the canvas. What if we do this instead? Yeah, and there we see our borders, right? Okay. Let's take that off. Let's put it to 0. We see our body within that. The canvas. It's the canvas that's killing me. Alright. Okay, I have to get rid of the box shadow anyways. So let's go back to where we were. But instead of doing font 0 for the box shadow, what I'm going to do is say I don't have font 0 on it, but I'm not seeing the body. It's the same size. Oh, I see what's happening. Okay, yeah, I do have to get rid of the box shadow. 0, 0. You just got to give it some sort of value. Now, when we do margin, we're going to see the changing of it. Okay. We are 30 on the tops, and then like 90 on the sides. Oh yeah, we gotta go a little bit more on the top. Let's go 40. Yeah, that's right. And then this is like 120. 130. 110. Okay, I think that's about right. And then we variabilize this. And we should have our shape except for border radius. That we can change to, let's see, 25 VW. No, I don't want VW. I want M. I can change it with font. The problem with making, like, it would be nice to turn just 100 pixels into a variable, one variable, but you have to write var dash dash p or whatever on each one of them, and then you have to reassign it to a value. I guess it's not that much more. Because, like, okay, we make our custom property, right? Radius, 100 pixels, right? Now here, we can say var dash dash r and do it again. Var dash dash r. So 100 pixels is 5 characters. We're doing 3 extra characters on each of these plus all of these extra characters. So it's a lot to be able to come down here and say dash dash r is going to be like 80 pixels, or 40, whatever we need to do to get it the right curve. There it is, 50. So it's, man, it's half. Now, would it have been faster to write just another border, or less characters, just write another border radius? Yeah, I think it would have been. So if I just write one inline variable for this, the whole thing, I'm going to change this to, instead of a 20 VW, it's one less character than, is it 20 or 25? It's 5 times 5, so it's 25. Take that off so that it actually shows up properly, and then this can be 10 VW. Oh, I have to rewrite the whole thing. 10 VW 0, 0. Okay, there we go. And then we are going to do the same thing here. Drop that down to 25 VW. And then this can be much less. So 260 divided by 20 is 13. So 13 times 5 is 65. Still one less character. Okay. Here we go. Oh yeah, I meant to variabilize these. C for color stop. I don't know what I'm going to say. Name the next one, probably D. Just maintain the theme. Oh, I gotta get the dash dash in here. It's not going to work. Comma, and boom. Okay, so now we can take C and change it to 10 VW. It's probably like 12.5, you know? Let's just do pixels. There we go. Our border radius is not lining up like I thought it would. There we go. I don't mind that on this. It's actually fewer characters because it's under 3 digits of pixels, so I'm not gonna change that. C is 50, and then D is going to be probably 100 pixels. Nope. 80, 90 pixels. Okay. 20 goes in that 4.5 VW. Not worth changing. For M, it's not worth changing. Let's hit submit before I get too deep on this. It didn't work out like I hoped. I think if I could do zoom or scale more effectively, maybe did some fancy margin stuff, we could have had something cool going on there. I think that's the right idea. It's just not the right execution. You know what I'm saying? It's like sometimes you gotta be looking at this shape the right way to find the secret to the best solution. 276 is not a good solution on this at all. I think David Codalesa had like 170. He was way less than this. So no, I missed it. I missed it. I'll put that in the description. But that was fun. That was a good time. All right, I'll catch you later.